Welcome back to another episode of the House of Aquarius podcast. It is your favorite Aquarius here, Make-A-Wish, about to bring you another one. So recently, I've had a reoccurring trend, a smattering of people, online and in person, who've been bringing this up to me, so I had to make sure I have to address this. So, when I say that I'm speaking about this whole sign compatibility thing, how Aquarius isn't necessarily a good sign with, Capricorn, or Virgo isn't necessarily a great sign to be with any fire signs. Let me just clear this air real quick, because we are talking strictly sun sign compatibility here. And on that note, when we're saying sun sign compatibility, we're talking about strictly, or especially when I'm speaking about this stuff on my other videos, we're talking strictly in regards to the qualities that each sign portrays, and the mannerisms and the habits that these signs have instilled inside them from a foundational sun sign standpoint only. You guys keep hearing me say that according to other placements in the chart, because there are other placements in the chart. The birth chart or the natal chart, which I will be getting further into, actually when I actually do my own deep dive into mine, when I start going through that here in the next few weeks, you will see more information about that. But if you're unaware of the information, there are a crap ton of placements and planets. All the planets play a big role in your birth chart, and depending on where they are determines the kind of habits and traits you have instilled inside you. And with that, everything is based on these placements and these planets and these qualities on the characteristics of all the placements affect your sun sign. Your sun sign is foundation, but everything is influences, slightly deters it away from, or towards, or adds on to it, or takes away from. The best way to look at it is like, if you have, let's say you have a big old smattering of Kool-Aid, okay? Or no, fuck it, are my drinkers. You're making a drink. I don't drink. But you're making, let's say, a fucking mimosa, alright? The level of alcoholic consumption you get from that, from a typical regular drink, it's like, what, 9-10%? I have no fucking clue, okay? But if you adjust the amount you put into it, let's say you put 35% more alcohol, that content you have in alcohol, 9%, split up to fucking 25 or 30% in regards to the amount of other fluid you have inside of the drink. And that's how astrology works. You're not just one sign. There is more things that take precedence into the consideration for the factoring. So that's why not all Aquariuses are alike. That's why not all Capricorns are alike. You may know two Capricorns, and they can be very similar, but they can be very different as well. The reasons being, or actually, I have a favorite question I love. Why am I so different from other Capricorns or whatever the fuck it is, other Cancers? Because other placements in the chart affect everything else. So, just a little quick snippet, a little quick 4 or 5 minute thing of information there. Don't consider it. Oh, sorry. The key point I was trying to say was it's not when I speaking about this thing, it's not 100%. Even though these signs, going back to what I was saying, it's not so much about being compatible or not compatible. Instead, it's how they work off each other's habits. Like, it's hard. Aquarius and Leo, they are both fire earth signs. They actually work pretty well together. However, some of the tendencies that both could be, because they're both fixed signs. Some of the habits may irritate and otherwise provoke the other sign. Like, first off, stubbornness. Okay, that's an issue right there. But going into like, one likes to stay more at home per se, and the other one likes to be out and more free and independent per se. You know what I'm saying? So those things were connected. We instill. Sorry. We have taken that whole conjunction there, everything. You have to look at the whole birth chart to fully understand how each one gets along. Because even though, a little snippet before I get further into that birth chart, when I go into my thing, even though I'm an Aquarius, I am what I consider a softer, emotional Aquarius. I'm still an asshole, but my tendency to be nicer and more jovial for the regular person is higher because I have a lot more water placements inside my chart. I'm not more emotional because of it, but it softens me up a bit. So I said, so instead of me being like a 50-40, I'm at like 50-55-60 in regards to the emotional content level. That's actually a bad example, okay? I'm thinking on the whim, that was a rough one. But as I go further into it, you'll see like it's percentages, dilutions of, you put more water into this glass, you're going to take away the effect of the Coca-Cola, whatever you have, you know what I'm saying? It's going to dilute it and change things. That's how all the other signs work. Everything, other influences come into things and change things around to make things not as black and white as you would look at it. Like I said, you read information about your sign, you may not be exactly that because other things are changing you away from that, or altering or strengthening some things are. That's how it is. You'll see. When I start going further in my chart, you'll see. But also, I want to say this too as a preface for my next or upcoming one of the two series I'm dropping information about. So you'll see that coming very soon because I've been thinking about this for like 2-3 weeks. Just haven't had time to get it out or record for that matter. So you will see as things happen, things come around, and you will start seeing more of, it's not just sun sign. Sun sign is just the tip of the iceberg. Literally, just the tip of the iceberg. Big old long calculation of degrees and algorithms and other words that I'm going to glossarize the terminology of things on my podcast as well too. You'll see. They'll have a little playlist for that shit, or how I figure it out. I don't know, but you'll see things will come up, and there'll be a lot more learning for the basic novice to get into further into understanding. That's what I want to say further another time. With that being said, I'm gonna cut this one off. Quick little snippet. That 4 or 5 minutes turned 8 minutes, but you know, happens to the best of us. What can I say? As always, my friends, stay classy, be you, make a wish. Wait, son of a bitch. I forgot the keyword. This is something I hate about be myself, going off the cuff. The biggest thing about this that I was saying, that even though these placements are changing things around, okay? Like I said, Aquarius may not necessarily work good with Capricorn or Virgo for that matter, but it can. Everything is not concrete, set in stone. That's what I want to say. Everything's not concrete and set in stone. You might have a harder time making things work in the long run with these signs because you have to deal with more possibly compromisational situations. You might have to give up a little more to make it happen. If not you, the other person. At some point in time, it might be a lot more fussing and fighting. That's how it's going to be. If you want it to work. Because there are a few sign compatibilities that aren't supposed to work, but I've been noticing through my constant trials, errors, research, and studying these things from other people and testing things, that some just say, fuck what you think, we're making it work. 25, 35, 45 years, consistent, constant relationship, like just so many things. We'll get further into that as time goes on, but I just want to say that was the key point of what I want to say. So, as always, my friends, stay classy, be you, make a wish, out. 10 minutes later.